well said.
Let me ask you the question. And here we go. No shame, no judgment, anything like that. Okay. What do you think I mean when I say black moms ruin sons? What do you think I mean when I say that? And you can tell me what you think. You're not gonna piss me off, I promise.
I know. No, I'm really trying to like arrange the words of how I'm trying to say it.
Okay. Here we go. Let me give you some. I don't want to say guidelines, but let me give you some encouragement. Mm-hmm. You can say it in the most fucked up, disrespectful way. And here's the reason why. No, listen. Here, I have the capacity for safe disrespect.
I know.
Right. So you can say it in the way that you think would piss me off, and we can still have a wonderful conversation. So
I do know.
Yeah,
I remember.
You remember. You know what I'm saying? So I got a huge capacity for safe disrespect. As long as we ain't trying to go to blows, it don't matter, right? So when I say black moms ruin sons,
I feel like what you're saying in the way is the way, like, how black moms act with the fathers, and then how they try to keep the kids and control the kids.
That's not what I mean.
Okay, well
that's okay. No, but that's why I'm asking you, because if we don't have, see on the back, what did it say? Ask me how, right? So you asking me how, and I'm glad I got your thoughts, because sometimes we answer things from that perspective. You see what I'm saying? So that's not what I mean. I'm not talking about the relationship between the mother and the father. I'm talking about what the son needs to know so he can be better than the father that the mother picked for him.
Right, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If the boy, before he's even a man, if the boy doesn't know about cooking, child development, health and hygiene, home management and design, education and community awareness, sewing, textiles, clothing management, the type of tricks that these women with no virtues try to play on your son, does that make sense? Okay. If you don't teach your son these things, then how is he qualified to be a man, to be qualified as a father, a man to be qualified for the science of family?
Well, that's true.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you say?
I said that's true.
That's true. Oh, so you get what I'm saying. If mom don't teach him, or if mom don't put him around others who can teach him, black moms ruin sons. Does that make sense?
I feel that way though too, because I have 2 boys, so I totally understand where you're coming from, and I feel like my kids is at 9 and 12 now, and it's certain things I can teach them, and it's certain things it's out of my hands now. Like I can teach them about hygiene and cleaning up, cooking, taking care of themselves, but it's certain things the men need to teach them, and I'm mad because their father is not understanding that part from me. Like, I need you to step up as a man.
But here's this. A man by definition means adult human male. It does not mean qualified husband and qualified father and qualified teacher.
That's true. And that's not asking. I'm like, I want to actually give my son a big brother, or I wish he had more role models around him, and he doesn't. I literally cried to his therapist about this.
So think about it. Do you need a woman do you need a man to teach him skills? Sir, do me a favor. Write down your order number that you told me earlier. I'm looking up that too. Okay? Here, write this down, please. Thank you. Yeah. Do you need a man to teach your son about cooking?
No.
Okay. Can a woman do that? Because cooking is a genderless skill, correct? Okay. Do you need a man to teach your son about the science of child development? No, because that's a genderless skill, correct? Do you need a woman or a man to teach your son about home maintenance?
And like inside or outside, a little of both.
It could be both. It could be both. But you get what I'm saying? But somebody can teach him something. Because women do fix things in the home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay. Thank you.
And your opinion.
All right. Okay, thanks. So, do you need a man to teach him about vacationing and how to separate work from home?
I think both can handle that.
Both can. But what I'm saying is, do you need a man to do that?
No.
Okay, because that's a genderless skill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need a man to teach him the science of parenting.
No.
No, right? Okay. Do you need a man to teach? You get where I'm going, right? There's a pattern. So when we get locked into these cultural statements that, I'll be with you in a minute. When we get locked into these cultural statements that only a man can teach a boy how to be a man, I highly disagree. Because here's what I'm saying. Women raise boys to be men all the time. Why? Because the definition of a man is an adult human male. But it's not the raising that I'm saying that's a problem. It's the teaching.
It is.
You raise us for sure, but do you teach us anything? And then the men that you put us around, these men don't teach us anything either. They just take us to fun places and take them to the park and throw catch. And that's not enough. Don't get me wrong, that matters, but that's not enough. It's not enough.
And then I need you trying to, and this is what I don't like about him. I'm putting my situation in, but it's like he have a girlfriend. The girl, I don't care about none of that.
Right.
I understand you trying to teach my kids family time. Okay, that's understandable, but that's not what they're needing from you at this moment. What they need is a father time. They need the father's trust. They need, because my kids tell me, Mom, Mickey thinks she own the house, like the stuff that they tell me about his girlfriend. I don't even care about none of that.
Right.
Just give my kids their personal time, their father time. You don't give them that, and they need that.
But let me ask you this. Did you, and you don't have to answer any of these questions. These are wonderful questions. I'm glad you're talking to me. Did you get taught by your mother how to assess whether or not he's qualified to do what you expect?
No.
Okay. So, black boys get cultivated for the 3 P's: protection, provision, penis. Black girls get cultivated for the 5 C's: cooking, cleaning, children, caring, coochie.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So black boys don't get cultivated. Cultivate by definition means to prepare. Black boys don't get prepared for what you expect of him. There's 2 types of responsibility: assumed responsibility and applied responsibility. The minute he created those boys with you, he assumed the responsibility of a father. But applied responsibility means having the skills to be able to do it. And if he has not been given the skills, he cannot do that responsibility responsibly.
Gotcha.
And so here's what the both of you could do, just a suggestion. You both could take parenting classes either together or separate. And here's why I suggest I teach parenting classes every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
I didn't see that in the memo.
That's okay. I teach those things. You see what I'm saying? See, the social media mic is not the mic that's in class. Mic is in class is a different mic because I'm educating. But I cannot educate gas cans. You can either be a candle or you can be a can of gasoline. If I am bringing the torch of education toward you, I have to be smart enough to smell if you are a scented candle or a candle ready to have your wick lit so that you can guide your own path, or if I smell gasoline and I need to douse my own flame so that we don't blow up.
I love your metaphor.
You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this: sometimes we try to help people recognizing we're bringing a torch towards a can of gasoline and they keep blowing up on us and we keep getting caught on fire. You can't educate someone who's a gas can. Now, I am a professional gaslighter. What does that mean? You can only gaslight someone who has gas leaks.
Your knees mad.
I'm just saying.
I love it, though.
You can only gaslight someone who has gas leaks. And what is this shirt designed to do? Bring out the gas leaks. Black moms ruin sons. Guess who get mad at that? Those who get triggered by it. Those who get triggered by it. Why? Because I'm going to say one more thing and then we're going to move on. I'm going to say something that may be triggering. Are you in a space to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. It ain't just that black moms ruin sons. Black moms also get envious of their daughters who are developing to be better than them. So what do black moms do? they put the girl in a concrete environment. A rose can't blossom out of concrete. So what ends up happening? When men walk away, when women walk away, when family is unreliable, and when friends are unreliable, this cultivates an environment for a woman to seek love like all humans do. All humans have primal needs, and that is the need to feel secure and the need to be in control. We all need love. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? And in search of love, right, it makes sense to that person, subjectively, to create a child to find love. So what do? They end up getting with anyone who will give them the sperm through the dick to get children for the 3 C's: companionship, control, and cash. I'm not judging. It's a business decision. Companionship. I had my child so that my child can love me when no one else would. I need to feel...
Selfish stuff.
It is, but here we go. It's selfish, but it shouldn't be weaponized as selfish for evil purposes. It is selfish. Why? Because body growth and mind growth are 2 different types of growth, right? Your body can grow, but your mind could still be stuck. So if your body grew to an adult, but you're still stuck at a child, then it would make sense to make a selfish choice instead of an adult decision. If you look at the word decision, it has in that definition consideration. The definition of consideration means a conclusion made over a period of time. But when you're acting as a child, you don't have patience because that hasn't been cultivated. So you're making choices. There's spontaneous decisions that are based on survival.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
That's okay. No judgment. No judgment, no shame. And thank you for being honest, right? No shame, no judgment. It is what it is. That's how we learn, right? And so here's this. When you know how you are and you give yourself grace, you can stop ruining your son by getting them resources better than you. You can be a SPP. I got a parenting class today. All of my students are SPPs, student parent principals. What does that mean? I'll give you another analogy. Being a single parent is no more problematic than it would be if you were the principal of a school, walking into the school for the first day with 100 kids and no support staff. That's the problem. It isn't that you're doing it by yourself. It's that you don't have enough resources to help you do your job. That's the problem. And then when you get these men who want to, oh, you ain't gonna do it by yourself. He just looking for companionship. He probably ain't qualified to help you either. And from a child's perspective, if one dumb person is a bother, 2 dumb people can't be better.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So, and why don't I have a shirt that says Black Dads Ruin Sons? Because most households have more moms than dads. So that's why I'm getting to the moms, because greater frequency. Why would I go to the ones who are not there? Why? I know why they're not there. Because they're not qualified to be there.
And then, I realize a lot of people don't even realize sometimes how smart their kids really are.
Boys' kids fucking smart as hell.
And how, when you see some kids that's they realize they call up to their parents bullshit, and their parents don't realize how smart these kids. They call up to how they learned you already. They know who their parents are, and you don't even know how wise your kids.
Vincent, I got your stuff.
Pay attention to your kids.
Yeah, I found it.
People don't pay attention to them.
I'm looking it up now. I got you. I got your order. I'm looking up the other thing.
Okay.
But see, the thing is, you can't pay attention to your kid when the child that's unaddressed in the adult hasn't been paid attention to.
I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? You don't
They
have...
still focusing on themselves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parents, people that do that when they have kids.
So why do you think I'm saying black moms ruin sons? You get it. It ain't that you black. It ain't that you a mom. It ain't that you a woman. It ain't that you had a son. Those things are beautiful collectively. It's bigger than all of that. You see what I'm saying? When you're not qualified to be that teacher, your kid's still looking for somebody to teach. And all this time is going by and they still ain't learning shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So thank you for, one, asking how. And
The hate you give infants, fuck. So in life, what they say.
That look,
Tupac said the best tagline.
you know, Plato said, better to be unborn than untaught, for ignorance is the root of misfortune. My mom, when I had a wonderful relationship with my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and my great-great-grandmother, but not my mom. And my mom used to see this, and she used to be envious of it. And she used to be like, why you love your grandma so much than me? Your grandma the one who told me to abort you. I chose to have you. And I sat there and told her, you probably should have aborted me, because that probably would have been better than living with you. And it's the truth.
Well, and the parents get mad when they hear their kids' truth.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
But you gotta, like I said, you gotta accept it.
Yeah. It's the truth. Better to be unborn than untaught, for ignorance is the root of misfortune. What you don't teach me, I'm ignorant to, and that's why I end up misfortunate. That's why I end up making... Can one of y'all grab the door for me, please? That's why I end up making unnecessary mistakes, because I was misguided. And the thing is, children try to hold parents accountable. Let me tell you how children hold parents accountable. You ready for it? Children hold parents accountable by misbehaving in class. You know why? Because when a child gets that bad grade, right? And a child sees their parent react and take it personal, the child is hitting that parent where it hurts. Why? Those grades are not your grades as the parent. Those grades are the result of the relationship between the teacher and that child and the learning environment. Those grades are your child's grades, not yours. But when you take it personal because you think that how your child performs is a reflection on you as a person.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't even think that.
But you get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though.
I see people that think.
You got these Fs. Why would you get those? Are not your grades. Those are their grades. You need to investigate the relationship between the teacher and the child. That has no bearing with what you're doing at home if you're doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you have children that come from shitty homes and go to school and do great. So we can't always blame it on every home environment, because not every bad situation is a bad situation.
Sometimes it's the peers. Sometimes it's the house.
Yeah, absolutely. But you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yep.